Welcome to the Daily Vibe Podcast, episode 2. Last week's did really well, surprised both of us. As always, it's me, Spencer, the host, and the co-host, Seth.
What's good?
This week's is about stories. It's going to be a mixture of good, bad, interesting, I guess. Seth, you can go and get us started.
Okay, I was in New Jersey about, 3 years ago, and we just arrived at our hotel, because I was there for Supercross, and I had this encounter with a homeless guy, and me being 16 at the time, about to turn 17, dude came up, excuse me, not come up.
Do come up.
He asked me if I had any crack, and I said no because I was 16 and I didn't even know.
Is this an actual story?
It is. It legit is.
I don't know if I believe you, to be honest.
Of course you don't.
Yes, I mean, this guy just asked, a 16-year-old if he had any crack?
Yeah.
Well,
New Jersey sucks.
It is Jersey, so I guess I do believe it.
Yeah. And I could see something bulging on his pocket, not his cock, but it was... it was a knife, dude. Like a shiv.
You're in Jersey. What else would you expect? Maybe a coupon to Arby's?
Possibly. I mean...
Our neighbors that across the street are vibing.
Good for them.
No. Is anything else for this story?
Well, I didn't even get the good part.
Get to the good part?
I lost my train of
thought. About how you saw a shiv in his pants.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, there was a shiv in his pocket. And I looked down, I'm like, oh, it's a shiv. And not my family, Jesus Christ, I cannot talk today. My family's inside, and I'm just standing out there just doing my thing, just vibing, chilling. And the guy's like, you got crack? And I'm like, no, I'm 16. He was like, oh, shit, well.
Is that exactly how it sounded?
Yeah, legit. Dude, it was a weird experience. And I was just, awkwardly standing there because I was awkward, and I'm Seth, so you probably know how I am. Then he's like a panhandler too, so he's like asking me for money and stuff, and I'm like, dude, I'm broke. And it just smelled like ass dog in New Jersey. It stunk, dude. And of course, we're in the bad part of Jersey at a hotel. So, I'm like afraid to go into the hotel room because it could have like some roaches. No, dude, it had a freaking bidet. Squirts water up your butt and stuff. It was cool. Well, that's my story of my awkward experience and kind of freaky experience in New Jersey. Spencer, you got something to say, bro?
Yeah, well, that was a interesting story, to say the least. Mine, I've got a good one I'm going to save till the end. So I'm going to start off with a kind of bland one. Whenever I was, let's say, 9 or 10, so my dad's a pastor, and whenever I was like 9 or 10, we were doing a vacation Bible school block party in front of the church where everybody just... There's inflatables, hot dogs, or
bro, I hated vacation
Bible. There's glizzies everywhere,
Fucking hated vacation Bible school.
There's glizzies, there's cotton candy, there's popcorn, there's, all this good stuff. And at the end of the day, it was just me there with a couple of youth, my dad and my brother. None of the youth were helping pick up, and I was really upset by that. So I went to go pick up a snow cone machine off a table. Keep in mind, this snow cone machine was still sitting on the table, is probably a good half a foot taller than me. Like higher up in the air.
Yeah.
Didn't realize it was top heavy, and it fell off the table and cut my head open. I still have the scar to this day.
It's fucking lit.
No. So my dad sat me up against the oak tree, gave me a popsicle, some paper towels, to suck it up, rub some man on it. I cried for like 30 seconds, went back to work. And then the next year, 2 years later, we were doing a block party in a trailer park. And that's how ghetto we were.
Yeah.
But we were using the same snow cone machine, and my brother, him and I got put on this making snow cones. I don't know why, given my past, my dad would think that's a good idea. But my brother was like, hey, you should clean out the snow cone machine. It's looking a little blocked up. I was like, okay, what do I use for it? He's like, your finger. Idiot didn't mind to tell me that it was still on. So So I stuck my finger up there, started cleaning out the ice, and I felt a really strong vibration. I pulled out my finger, didn't think anything of it until I looked down at my foot, and there was blood all over my foot, and my fingertips dangling by a shred of skin. Long story short, we had to duct tape it shut for 3 weeks so it could heal.
Did you not feel the freaking pain coming from your finger?
Dude, I had adrenaline kicking. I didn't feel nothing.
Oh, dude.
Like, it chipped some of my bone. Yeah, that's my story.
If you may not have noticed, I got the fucking sniffles.
Because he's got allergies.
Yeah, I had to do a side job, and this lady had me moving a bunch of stuff with dust on it, so it's bothering me today. So if you hear me go, or something like that,
Dad noises, pretty much.
yeah, basically dad noises, then you know why now. And I'm a little bland today, and I'm very, like, I'm saying a lot of curse words, but I don't fucking care.
I do.
I don't.
I do.
What, is your family gonna watch this?
Probably, yeah.
Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Dad. Love you. But I'm gonna try to, like, tone it down a little bit.
Story.
I'm just giving them a notice.
No, go with the next story. Come on.
Oh, so
it's not about Seth having allergies.
So you want to rush me?
No, that's not at all. I just want to cut to the chase, my guy.
Oh, okay. You got something else to be doing? No, we're doing a fucking podcast.
I mean,
Deal
you're
with it.
right.
Yeah. All right. So my next story is from school, in middle school, and it's about the time where I got falsely accused of calling someone a bitch. So.
That it?
Yeah. I was at the bus stop, just being Seth, chilling, vibing.
As you do.
Yeah, as I usually do. And this girl who's like very, very annoying is talking to my friends, and I'm going to get on the bus, and I'm just doing Seth, like chilling, bro. And she thought one of my friends called her a bitch, and of course I got blamed for it because she hated me. So I'm in class, just chilling, doing my schoolwork, vibing, and my teacher gets a call from the school phone, the classroom room. I cannot talk today, Jesus.
No, you really can't.
Oh my God. She gets a call from the phone in the classroom, and I get called down to the principal's office. Vice Principal, Mr. Wilson. And I go in there, walk in there, he's eating a big-ass bowl of salad. Like, who the fuck does that? It's freaking nasty. And he starts talking with his mouth full, and I'm just like, dude, close your mouth. It's disgusting. He basically cuts to the chase, calls me a bad liar, and I'm just like, dude, I didn't call her that word. Like, I don't know how old I am, like 13? And he's like, dude, you're being a bad liar. Just admit to it. I'm like, no, I'm not going to admit to something I didn't do. This is boring. This is a boring story. I'm sorry.
It is. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I try to be supportive in any way that I can, but man, that was just
terrible
like,
story.
Ramble. I mean,
I'm just describing everything.
You are.
This is great. This is a great podcast, bro. But yeah, I basically got a call bad liar, and I got sent to ISS, and I legit didn't do anything wrong. That's the story. Spencer, now for your story, man.
All right, my story.
I'm gonna think of something better.
It's school related as well. So, without going into it too much, whenever I was in North Carolina, I was bullied a lot. Like, a lot.
And I thought my story was boring already.
Shut up. The one time I actually had backbone, this kid named Mason, I hated him. He's a crackhead and a half. Like, literally. So the auditorium at the middle school I went to, they were all plastic chairs. Like, tile floor plastic chairs, the most uncomfortable auditorium you'll ever be in. Like,
was your school broke?
It was the only middle school in the region.
Oh God.
No, it was a nice school. It was just they cut all the corners they could with the auditorium. Like, you know the nosebleed seats you'll get at like Capital One?
Yeah.
Or like the ones at Jiffy Lube where they're like constricting your body. That's what they were like.
Oh.
Except gray. Everything in there was gray except for the stage, which was hardwood. Anyways, so we had first load bus riders and second load. I was always in the second load because my stop was at the end of the district. Like, on the edge between Owen District and Reynolds. So I was always the last to get on the bus and last to get off. Second load had to sit in the auditorium, and they'd advise you do homework. Most kids didn't. They played on their phones because their parents spoiled them. I personally didn't have a phone until a couple years ago, but they would play on their Game Boys, whatever. This kid Mason was sitting behind me, kept on tapping his pencil one day, and I got tired of it, and I turned around and all I said was, "Could you please stop?" Because he was being annoying, he was being stupid. He was trying to get under my skin, and he did a good job of it. He said, "All right, I'll stop," and then before I could turn back around, he threw the pencil at my eyebrow, cut it, and then hit me in the back of the temple with the corner of a 3-ring binder. Almost hard enough to kill me. So I turned around and broke his nose.
Dude, epic.
And then the science teacher, Mr. Cooper, had to come in and break it up. And I got sent to the principal's office. Normally I would be scared, but I was on a whole nother level because my mom and dad had the principal on speed dial. Like, they knew him on a first name basis, family friends, known each other for years. It was bad. It wasn't, let me find your mom and dad, or your dad's phone number. It's, let me pull out my cell phone and press a single number, and he was calling my dad. My dad, of course, he said that I was, in a fight at school. My dad was surprised. He sounded furious on the phone. I was literally quaking, like in the principal's office. I was scared for my life. I was sentenced. Dude,
it's like you're in court.
Yeah, I had 1 week of OSS. And, but I still had to do all the homework and stuff. That's the only thing that sucked.
Easy.
I got in the truck, and my dad was like, "Now, before we go anywhere, I need to know, were you defending yourself?" He said, "Because if you were and if you weren't are two very different things." I said, "Oh, yeah, oh, no, I was." He hit me with a binder and threw a pencil at me, and I punched him because, he was trying to beat me up. I said, "Good, I'm proud of you for standing up for yourself." Now, I want to let you know, if you were to start the fight, you wouldn't be talking right now. You wouldn't be able to sit down. He was a firm believer in spankings, and I'm glad he did, because he made me the person I am. Long story short, that was the best week of OSS of my life. Got Taco Bell every day, got to chill out in my dad's office, listen to music, and do homework, and not even have to worry about anybody. Mason dropped out that week, so I didn't have to see him anymore, which was great. So yeah, that was mine. You got anything else?
Okay. This story was in the summer. I was about to enter high school. I was out riding my bikes with my buddy Josh. What's up, Josh? How you doing, man? We were just riding everywhere, like from my neighborhood all the way down to my high school, stuff like that. But we took this little detour, and I decided that it would be funny or cool to go down a gravel driveway on a bike. So my bike flips from a rock, just a freaking tiny rock.
So it was a pebble.
Yeah, it was a little pebble. My bike flips. I fly off the handlebars, land back first on the driveway, doing front flips down it, and then my bike is like up in the air, and it comes down, and of course it directly hits me in my stomach. Handlebars hit my face. I felt like oh my God, I cannot talk. I felt like I broke my wrist, but I didn't. It was just like really sprained. I didn't even put a cast or nothing on it. So basically, I went home, blood up, turn up, dude, and
Turn up.
started playing a demo game on my 360.
Oh my God.
I couldn't even move my hand. It was like
throw it back.
It was like locked up. I couldn't even put my hand on the controller without feeling like it was like boo 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 boo.
How would it feel again?
Like, boo, 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 boo. It felt like triples coming from my hand. I couldn't feel it, but it was like felt like echoes coming off my hand.
Echoes coming off your hand.
Dude, yeah. It was like airwaves.
Airwaves.
So I'm playing my Xbox with one hand.
Oh God.
Dude, I'm fucking.
So you were that stereo, like you were the type of person that said you're probably playing one-handed because you didn't know how to play a game. You probably were.
Oh, dude, I was killing it.
What game was it?
It was Need for Speed.
Of course.
It was the demo.
All you had to do was hold down the right trigger and move the joystick.
Dude, I was schnazzing it up. Schnazzing. Yeah. Yeah, that's my story. It's a little lame, but I don't care. Deal with it. Your turn.
You know, now that you're talking about bikes, I have a couple of stories about bikes.
Oh, snazzy, let's go.
So in North Carolina, we used to live on a mountain. Whenever my brother and I were really young, we never got to the point where we needed to have friends, and it was really showing that we need them because I couldn't stand my brother and I didn't have a friend's house to escape to. He did. His name was Cameron. They're still friends today. We moved down to this neighborhood and we lived on this street called Melody Circle. It was a legit circle. And
Cul-de-sac?
No, it wasn't even a cul-de-sac. Like the neighborhood itself was a giant circle. So you had one big circle, then a street dividing it. That's where that house I was showing you was. But the left side was the way I'd go to my friend Caleb Logan's house. That was really fun. You know, a couple hills, nothing really bad. The right side nobody touched because at least when you went on bikes. And there was like this whole like posse of kids with bikes whenever I was growing up in the neighborhood. It was called Suicide Hill.
Oh, dude.
Because it was like this, and there was pine trees lining it all the way down. One day, in the fall, right whenever the pine needles are starting to fall, my brother, God, he's such an idiot, dared me to go down Suicide Hill. So you had to start at the very top of the street. There was a cul-de-sac sort of thing at the top. You'd start at the top, start pedaling, and let go of the pedals and start going down. And I was going down. I started to go too fast. I tried to put on my handbrakes, and I put them on. I tried to grab my handbrakes as soon as I got onto the pine needles. Slid. I did a front flip and got a crater about that big in my knee. Gary did the same thing the next day. 1 month later, my parents apparently didn't trust me with a house key, and I was in 4th grade. So my bike was in the garage. That was unlocked, but my helmet was inside the house, just inside the garage door, and that was always locked. So I couldn't, get any. So I couldn't get them. God, I can't talk either. But I was thinking about going down Suicide, and I was like, nah, I won't do that. So I started up at the top of the neighborhood, I turned left, and I turned a little too sharp. My bike came out from underneath me, and my knee, I actually have the scar on my leg. You can see it, it's right there. My leg went into the bumper of a Suzuki. It dented it so much that the metal came out and got stuck in my leg. And I was so paralyzed from the pain and the fear of it that all I could do was barely yell for help. And the only reason I got hurt is because there was a trash guy taking out the trash across the street. Then a couple years down the road, I had a little iPod Nano or iPod Shuffle, a little square that literally just had the regular the wheel and the pause play button and the button turn on and off. I had my little earbuds. I'd click it onto my belt. I would think I was the coolest kid around. And what I'd always do is because my yard was flat and it had this really shallow ditch. It wasn't deep. It's almost like a skating park ramp.
Yeah.
I would always go, I'd do a little bunny hop. I would leave the yard right into the ditch or the drainage, whatever. And I would do a little bunny hop trying to move the girls across the street, which I'm pretty sure were Russian sleeper agents. But this one time I did, there's a guy driving a Corolla that was going probably 45 through the neighborhood, and he hit me. I hit his passenger side mirror with my right hand. Nothing happened to the hand, but his mirror was dangling by a wire. My brother, I was terrified. My parents weren't home yet, so I was originally going to my friend's house, so I kept on riding to my friend's house. They called the house phone. It was my brother. He freaked me out saying that the guy's going to get a lawyer and sue our family for everything we're worth because I broke his mirror. I came home. They're like, you shouldn't have run. You should have just stayed at the house. That wasn't a smart thing to do, and I, apologized profusely as a kid does. And the guy was absolutely furious. Said it was my fault that I wasn't looking. We got the cops involved, and they said actually it was technically his fault because he was going 45 and a 25. If you charge him with a speeding ticket and make him pay for his mirror. They only made him pay for his mirror. My dad was like, there's a place in town, there's a mechanic in downtown Black Mountain that is good friends with me. He owes me a favor. Go there, tell him that I sent you. He'll give you a really good rate. He'll get it because they would have to get the car repainted in general. He said he'll fix the mirror. You'll get a new one. He'll repaint the car and everything for a decently good price. The guy who was driving the car, it wasn't even his car. It was his mom's. So his mom said, no, I don't trust him. We're going to go with the mechanic I choose. And they ended up having to pay $5,000 for it.
For a mirror?
For a mirror and repaint the car.
Dude.
Because at the time it was a brand new Corolla.
Oh.
But we were about 5 or 6 months after that happened. My dad and I were at a movie theater. We were gonna go watch Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen. That's how long ago that was.
Jesus.
The day that it came out, and the guy giving us the popcorn looked a little familiar, and I realized who he was whenever he stopped and froze whenever he looked at me. And my dad, I was like, Dad, that's the guy who I broke his mirror. My dad was just being my dad, being wholesome. He asked him how he's doing, asked him how the car's doing. He's like, oh, we haven't even gotten the mirror fixed yet. We don't have the money for it. And he said, if you would have listened to me, it would have already been fixed months ago and for a fraction of the price. So yeah, and I've never seen that guy since. But I guarantee he hates me. I don't care.
Okay, so that was an interesting story, Spencer.
Yeah, you know. You got any more?
Yeah. Trying to think real quick. Let me introduce a segment called Seth Rants.
Oh Jesus. Oh boy. Okay. Everybody, if you haven't gotten it already, go get a snack and your favorite drink. This is gonna be a while.
So, what I want to rant about today is fucking grocery store customers.
I mean, that's something I can agree with. Consider the fact that I work in one.
Yeah. Okay, what bothers me the fucking most is you people like
Oh
just
god. Oh god. Sorry, there's a cicada just beating its head on our deck light, and I don't know what to do. Oh my god.
You like to leave your freaking carts all over the place. Just take it to the designated spot, for God's sake.
Oh god.
Oh god, dude, it's like beating itself. You're not gonna get to the light. Leave.
Hit your head again. Hit your head again. It'll be funny.
Puggers.
Poggers. Okay, keep on going.
Hold on. I completely lost my track.
We're talking about designated cart areas.
Yeah, just park your damn carts in like a normal designated spot and not leave it all over the fucking parking lot. Like, dude, I swear to God, they leave them at their freaking exit entrance, or yeah, the exit, and they just abandon the marked carts just in the middle of the parking lot and parking spots. And it's like 100 degrees outside now, and you gotta think it's hot, and we're not in the fucking mood to deal with your bullshit. Like, just put it in a regular spot and don't just leave it in the parking lot. For fuck's sake. Thank you, that's my rant.
Very explicit.
Yeah, I'm a QA, so it kind of pisses me off. And if you don't want your car hit, just put it in the freaking designated spot, and I won't hit your car.
Alright.
Why is it not responsible for damage for your cars? Just saying. Okay, rant over.
For legal reasons, that's a joke.
No, it's real. We're not liable for damages.
So we got one more story. It's gonna be mine. It's the one that I wanted to tell from the beginning, but I need to save the best for last. So my brother was 7, I was 5. My dad was decorating for vacation Bible school. The church we used to go to had 3 floors. The basement, which was for the youth. The main floor, which was for like all the church and stuff like that. And then the 3rd floor, which was for Sunday school classes. There's a certain side of it just for youth. There was one at the very end for like putting together props and stuff, spray painting, stuff like that. Long story short, it was about 12 youth, including my dad, or not including my dad, and then me and my brother this day during the spring break decorating for VBS. My dad took everybody except for 2 people to decorate, or he left 2 people to decorate, and he took everybody else to McDonald's down the street to get everybody lunch. He was going to be gone for a minute because he had like 16 people he had to order for. These 2 people he happened to leave were a teenage couple, Nathan, Jersey, and Amanda. I'm actually really close with both of them. Amanda babysat me on several occasions with her sisters, and Nathan and I still talk. But they were, them being teenagers, they were more interested in each other. And long story short, my brother and I found the supply closet. We figured it's a really bland wooden door. Let's spray paint it and color it. We shut the door. Keep in mind, no ventilation in this room. And used about 7 cans of spray paint. Spray painting the door. Whenever the two decided something was up, because they didn't hear my brother bullying me, they went to go out and check, and they said they could see the spray paint fumes coming out from underneath the door, like a fog machine. They opened it up, or my dad came, we locked ourselves in. My dad was the only one who had the keys. He came back, unlocked the door. My brother and I came out high as balls. Just being honest, we got high at church on accident. We were huffing, and it was obviously all an accident. Dad opened up the door, and he said, we came out eyes red as you wouldn't believe, and asking what day it was, where we were, who we were, what we were doing there. And then about an hour later, I told my dad, I said, Dad, I'm really hungry. So you're not dip, that's what happens when you get high. So now the running joke in the family, anytime we talk to somebody that doesn't know it, and I was like, oh, have you heard about the time that my sons got high at church? That's a great one. So.
I actually have a story.
Alright.
It's a church story.
Oh, God.
So, why are you saying, oh, God?
I don't know what it's going to be like. I'm kind of scared.
Okay, so the church I went to is really haunted. It's Spotswood Baptist Church in Spotsylvania, excuse me. And so my family was having a wedding there one year when I was like 6 years old. And my cousins and I thought it would be pretty fun to just explore the church since the priest wasn't there at the time because it wasn't time for the marriage. And so we went exploring around the church, and we went all over the place, even the basement. And let me tell you, that basement was the spookiest basement I've ever seen in my life.
Spooks and gooks?
Yeah, straight facts. So we're down there. It's completely pitch black. Jesus. And we see this white, we see 4 different white figures. And they're just standing there just looking at us, no face, nothing. It's just outline of the body. And one of them starts coming towards me, and I'm just standing there just in shock. My cousins run because they get scared. They run, completely close the door, so it's pitch black again, no light. And I'm just down there just by myself, just in shock. And I'm down there for 45 minutes, at least, just standing there in shock, just frozen. I don't know if the ghost, how do you say it, Spencer? What's it called? When a ghost enters your body?
Possession.
Yeah, I don't know if I was possessed and just didn't know what to do, or it just went right through me like that scene in Harry Potter. And you're just like, ew.
You guys can see the face he just made. Ew.
But after that experience, my cousins end up coming checking on me. And I'm just still down there in the same position I was. And they asked me if I'm okay. And honestly, I don't remember that point. I don't remember if I said if I was okay or something. All I remember is coming out of that basement and just acting all weird. We continue our exploration of the church, and it's just like a normal church, except this church was just spooky, dude. Everything looked from the 1800s and stuff. But
is that all you got?
No, I just remember eating some fried chicken from Giant and eating some mac and cheese.
Walmart fried chicken is better.
Yeah.
Alright.
I was eating some mac and cheese.
Alright, folks, that's going to be the end of this episode.
Sorry it's so short. I'm not feeling good.
We're tired. We've got plans tomorrow.
Yeah, we're probably going to record episode 3 tomorrow and just upload it next week or in a couple days.
If you have any recommendations for us, any topics, anything like that,
just leave it in the comments.
Just comment it.
Or just follow us on Instagram and DM us or something.
Yeah, just
we'll leave our Instagram and any other social
everything social media in general.
So you can add us and we'll
add it in the bio. Is that the bio? Or, no, the description. That's what it is. What?
What is that? Oh, it's your phone. I heard Foreigner, I got depressed.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be it for this episode. As always, it's been an absolute pleasure to vibe with you guys. Till next week.
Yeah. Or in a couple days, maybe. You know?
Potentially.
We don't have a schedule. We just say every week or something.
Yeah, we try
whenever we feel like it.
Yeah.
Like, this episode was kind of boring because I wasn't feeling good. We're just tired.
Yeah. I just got back from vacation.
So he's, like, recovering.
Yeah.
Yep, but we will be posting some daily vibe things on his Snap and Instagram and stuff if you just want to follow him there. Like we said, just follow our socials and stuff.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Just watch this, and if you get any entertainment out of it, it's freaking epic. Anyways, we'll see you in the next one.
Also, if you do like the podcast, make sure to subscribe.
And share it to your friends or family. If they're
hit
not
the like
really...
button and just click that bell, dog, so you know whenever we put a new video up.
Yeah, and if you like cursing, I always will curse. So turn up.
But anyways, that's gonna be it for the episode, you guys. Everybody.
This is like the third outro we've taken.
Yeah. We just have more to add on. That's all.
Yeah. Honestly, I just don't feel like ending this, but we got to get this uploaded.
As always, stay snazzy. Have an absolutely amazing week.
Stay fucking hydrated, you slut. And wear your seatbelt.
Don't forget to wear your mask.
Yeah, wear your fucking mask too, you slut. Love y'all.